Okay, we are on. Hey, you guys, I see you already in the chat. Hey, 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 how are you? Hopefully, you had a great week. Trish is on the line with us. She's doing much better. So she
Hi,
is,
everybody. Happy Friday.
yes, yes, yes. Happy Friday. Did the week seem like it went by kind of fast to you?
Well, the first part of it was a little slow, but the last part of it did go by faster.
Okay, okay, gotcha. Well, I'm glad to know that you're doing better and that we have you back.
Thank
And
you.
Bree should be coming in shortly. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this show on the road. So welcome you guys to CBS Soap Dish Recap, where Trish, Bree, and myself, T, will be doing the recap for the week of October 23rd through October 27th for both The Young and the Restless and The Bold and the Beautiful. And oh gosh, I gotta say, The Bold and the Beautiful was really. There's Bree. Hey Bree,
Hey.
Hi, ladies. Hi, everyone.
how are you? Bree, can you hear me?
So happy. Oh, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Oh, there we go. I'm so happy it's Friday.
Yeah, me
Oh,
too.
my goodness. The weekend cannot get here quick enough. I hope happy Friday, everyone. Happy payday.
For those, yep.
Right.
Well, it's Friday. What's that song? Just got paid Friday night.
Oh, just got paid Friday night. No problem.
Are you over there snapping your
Great.
fingers, Trish?
I am, and I'm wondering how many lines she sing before they try to charge us for it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Cause YouTube pick up. I mean, you know what? Here's the crazy thing. I've even seen people. They might be doing a vlog where they're in a grocery store or something. If there's music playing in the background, they could
Yep.
get hit with a copyright.
Dang.
Yes. So I knew exactly what you was talking about, but she's doing a pretty good job. Bree,
Absolutely.
Bree, can
I,
you sing?
uh, uh,
Oh, just say
to,
yes.
to myself, absolutely. I'm a talented singer to myself.
Oh Lord, girl, you so crazy.
I have done many concerts in front of a mirror,
In the shower.
in the shower too. I am a talented Grammy Award winning singer to myself.
Okay, there you go. Girl, you so funny.
I'm gonna have to go look on one of the online shops and see if there's any Grammys in the shape of a bar of soap
No, oh, really? Oh, well,
for the shower.
Trish, you're back with your humor.
I
And we
missed
missed
y'all.
it.
Yeah.
I
I
missed
missed
you.
y'all. You bring out the best in me.
Oh
I
Lord,
hope.
you're so silly. Okay, so for those that are new here, because I see some names that I have not seen before, so a big, huge welcome to you guys. Also, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. We do everything from spoilers to recaps to cast updates, and then we also do live chats on Friday nights where we talk about the full previous week and we have a ball over here. And sometimes it can get a little risque too, depending on what we're talking about. So, it's all grown folks over here and we really do some soapy talk. Also we do The Young and the Restless first, and then we have a little bit of a break, housekeeping stuff, and then we do The Bold and the Beautiful, and then we have two segments: flipping the script. If there's a particular scene or storyline that you wish you could change, that's where we flip the script. And then who's taking a seat? Somebody just absolutely got on your freaking nerves and you're like, you need to go sit down somewhere. So who's taking a seat? And thanks for the dropping that into the chat, Bree. My mods, my mods. I talked to Jay earlier. I think he's going. Oh, there he is.
Hey.
Hey,
Hey, J
Jay.
Money.
Yep. So my marvelous mods, and one of them is up here, and of course my co-host Trish is back. I think Keisha will be back next week. She was in Florida last week, and I think she got something going on this week too. So she should hopefully be back next week. So yep. All right, I know I've been rambling enough. Let's go ahead and break down The Young and the Restless. So, I'm going to go ahead and give a summary, and then we're going to break down the storyline. All right. Okay, so for The Young and the Restless, hold on, where's my stuff? Okay. Okie dokie dokie. Okay, so for The Young and the Restless, for the week of October 23rd, Nick won't pull the plug on Sally's business, and Adam offers to be Victor's ally after he claims Nate and Victoria are conspiring against him. Nick confronts Victor after Victoria begs her dad to see a specialist. Phyllis and Danny share a moment, and Lily makes an accusation. Victor confesses to Nick, who feels used. Ashley returns. Kyle agrees to be Audra's ally, and Christine mourns her marriage. Nicholas makes a startling reveal to Victoria, and Adam confesses his scam to Sally. And then Adam and Sally make love. Victor tells Nate he fears for his sanity, and Nick and Victoria decide to go along with their father's scheme. All right, so where you guys want to start?
I mean, really? I mean, really? Victor.
Well, I
I,
mean, you know what? Let's get one of the smaller storylines out the way because Victor gonna take her. He took up most of the week.
I guess we can get to that Hope Logan
Hope.
music video that we've seen.
Wait a
For the,
minute. What
that
is?
was a Hope Logan 1980s music video. We saw the love scene between Sally and Adam.
You
I'm
think
sorry.
so?
I'm sorry.
no, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're saying, Bree. She's comparing it to the Hope fantasy.
Really?
Exactly.
So you didn't like it?
No.
Wow.
I've been extremely spoiled by Thomas. Please forgive me. I might be the minority in this, but until Adam is like turning Sally on tables, look, they set an entirely new bar, and no offense to these two, they have beautiful chemistry. They're great. They look like they're really into each other, so it helps. But
I thought that too, Bree. Because did you see the look in his eye? I mean, that was a different kind of look in the eye. And also, I think it was more meant to be like the supportive love scene and not the wow, oh my, the hot, but I think that's coming.
Okay, so Jay Money and I had a conversation in on Instagram about this earlier. And at first, because he asked me, he said, "What did you think about the scene?" I was like, you know. And then he said something very interesting. He said that it was a lot more sensual versus kind of like what I was saying to him as well, because I'm used to Adam being just a little bit more edgy.
It was love, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what they were doing was sweet, romantic, sensual. He took his hand and kind of rubbed it up the side of her leg real slow. And so as much as I like what they were thinking of what they were trying to do, I kind of wanted okay, let me just say it like this. Kyle and Audra had a little bit more heat than that. What'd you think?
I agree. Yeah. You can tell that there was more passion, there was more excitement, there was more spice, and I know Sally and Adam can bring that. If they're gonna go down this rabbit hole again, and I'll rant on Sally in a little bit, but it's just if we're going down this rabbit hole and you guys are going to throw Adam underneath the bus every single episode, I mean, let this man live up to his reputation. Let him go toe to toe with Thomas when it comes to these love scenes. and plus, they're a real life couple. They can really
bring the heat. Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
They're back together?
What do you mean? They never broke up?
They were? They weren't? No? Oh, I guess I misunderstood.
What did you? Wait a minute. What did you? What did you hear?
Wait, who are we talking about? The real life actors?
Adam and Sally. I mean,
So didn't they for a while? They didn't post any pictures together or anything on their social channels.
Oh. Mm.
But I could totally be. I could completely have not. I could have completely thought wrong. So I digress.
I don't know. It's winter season, so they got to stay warm. So I'm assuming they would be together by here.
only
Um,
thing is that I mean I could be wrong, but it looked like the same dog has been sharing two different Instagrams. So I don't know. I mean, I don't post my significant other. We don't post each other on social media because it can be a dark place.
Oh
And
yeah, no, they
so
did for a long time.
yeah, they did in the beginning, and I think everybody got so excited about it, and of course, people was asking questions. So I don't blame them for saying, you know what, let's just keep it low key,
Sure.
because if something does happen, like what happened between him and Sharon, everybody was in an uproar about that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yes.
people were in an uproar over why.
Isn't that odd?
Mm.
Yeah, like that doesn't affect my life. I mean, if it works out, it works out. Doesn't it? Doesn't.
As long as they're happy and healthy, we wish them the best.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
mean in an uproar in a bad way where they were being attacked. It was just that everybody was so excited about them, and then when it came to an end, people was
Um,
sad and upset, and so maybe wrong choice of words, but yeah, everybody was pretty like bummed.
People will be in their feelings on social media. I understand. I don't think it's a wrong term at all, because I know fans get really invested sometimes. So,
mm-hmm.
sometimes a little too invested. But
Mm-hmm.
the, the real life actors got a lot of chemistry and heat. And the little bit that I saw before that music video, I honestly thought, it was going to be hot and very intense. So maybe later down the line, but Sally needs to get her life together.
I just had a feeling whenever, I mean, it's always getting pushed against the wall of the door, right?
Right.
He didn't do that. I was like, oh, this is going to be a love scene. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he slammed that door though behind them, and so I'm like, okay, but we've got door scenes with Kyle and Audra. We definitely had door scenes and her crawling through the bed and all types of stuff. So I think with these two, especially since we haven't seen them in this type of scene for almost a year,
Right.
you should have had them, you know, bring like you said, bring the heat. Yeah. And like you said, maybe this is just the beginning, I don't know. It left us right smack dab in the middle of a cliffhanger, so I don't know if it brings us over to Monday into that scene. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, the one thing that I really hope is that Nick does not walk into another musty room.
girl, listen, let me tell you something. Nick is too busy sitting over there with his mama and his sister Adam bashing.
Right.
And Sharon.
And Sharon. And then you got Victor talking about, yeah, I need to keep off for him too. I'm like, what? I'm over it. I am just, let's move into that part of it. I am so over the Adam bashing. It's like every
Yeah.
single episode. It's like writers, don't y'all got something else? You already got a villain. You got Tucker.
Well, do they think that the fans forgot all the good stuff Adam's done? Because we remember the organ donor. We remember the saving your kid multiple times. We remember.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's done some things, but he's also done some good things.
I mean, yeah, he did try to blow him up in the Newman Tower that one time, but that was just that one time.
Yeah.
I feel Adam and Victor gave as good as each other got.
You know it.
And that's why Victor has his name. Um, but Victor's testing Adam, Victoria, and Nate.
Mm-hmm.
And just like you guys feel, it's always Adam's fault. This the entire show, it's always Adam's fault. Even if it's characters we haven't seen in years, they have something to blame about. It makes no sense to me. And just like Nick was saying, Well, actually, not Nick. Sharon. Sharon made a really good point when it came to maybe the real test was Victoria, because you guys already know Adam has a particular past. He's done the same things just like every last one of their other siblings. But maybe that will always be too obvious. Maybe Adam is the ace in the hole, and maybe the real test is Victoria. And maybe he wants to really put that trust in Victoria, but he can't trust her. And he can't really trust Nate because he's underneath her bush.
With bingo, yeah.
Oh, you
Yeah.
so.
And you know what? The bird in the hand is better than two in the bush. I mean,
You guys are
so what
hilarious.
I, it's just with regard to Adam, I mean, if memory serves me correctly, he's the only Newman kid that didn't sue his dad for $500 million.
Exactly. And you would think that they love their father. They would never betray their father, go against their father. Why don't you give the money back to your father?
Mm-hmm.
My,
Oh,
mhm.
okay. Never mind.
The crazy thing about all of this is that they don't remember the stuff that he has done, and then Nikki had the nerve to say, "Well, Adam's the reason why Victor is doing this in the first place. It was his fault that he even thought to distrust the rest of you." And I'm like, "Are you serious?" So now you're gonna blame that on him? Victor made a choice to strategically manipulate and place losing his marbles, as he called it, to try to sniff out somebody betraying him. But even though he orchestrated all that, that's Adam's fault. Yeah.
You know, it's I don't. And I'm not saying that Adam or any of the kids would have bitten into the forbidden fruit, but when someone's starving and you put a plate of food in front of them, they might eat some of it.
Oh my
So you should
goodness.
be prepared for that. And when the to me, setups like stings and stuff like that, I mean, unless someone's life is in danger, I've just always looked at that as kind of, I don't know, eh.
Yeah. Yeah, George Hudson, he got an interesting comment. And if you're new, I don't think I've seen you here before. Welcome. He said, "Oh, Nikki, don't get me started. Climb down off that pole."
Oh, oh, wow.
Welcome. We like you.
Hey, George.
You
George.
fit right in.
Right.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm just over it. Stop every episode that we get Newman storylines where it's always, yep, it's Adam's fault. What did Adam do? Adam is the one you need to be looking at. He's the one that's going to do this. Victoria, Nikki, Nicholas, Sharon, all of them. It's like, give it a rest already.
Everybody.
And what was interesting, we also heard um Adam says that he loved his dad. He said, "I actually love my father." And I'm like, wow, okay. We never really heard him say that out loud.
Nope.
He probably never really felt it until, like, maybe he thought he was really losing him. And we also got to kind of remember Victor has treated every last one of his kids poorly,
Mm-hmm.
most of all Adam. So all he knows is to retaliate, get revenge, and then come out on top. If anything, this was Victor's playbook, and he played it well.
Yeah.
And all he wants to do is just graduate to the top of the chain. And he has the actual background. He actually has the education, the experience,
Yeah.
all of this. And that was the irritating part that I had with him and Nate in that office. How dare you even question Victor Adam Newman whether or not he's sitting in his dad's chair?
Exactly. I was just absolutely like, if these were real people and I'd have walked in hearing somebody talk to him like that, I would have said, "Who do you think you are?"
Exactly. And just because you have a title does not mean it can be taken away. You see how quickly Victoria's was taken away.
Bingo.
Yeah.
So it's just, but back to, before I go on a tangent with that, but it's just Adam, he had to come to grips with like being like in and out of his family's life and not really having a real relationship with his siblings, and just everything that he's gone through with his father. Maybe he's probably just coming around, like he's getting older, like, hey, this is getting too much. My dad is getting older. I do love him. I got to try to turn this around and do what's best. But no one's trying to give Adam the benefit of the doubt because it's always Adam's fault.
All the time. It's just if the man breathes wrong or wear blue socks, it's something he didn't did and it's wrong. I mean, it's just like, why y'all ain't, this man is taking up rent free in your head. I mean, it was the same type of obsession that we couldn't stand when Phyllis was so obsessed with Diane. And I know a lot of people didn't like Diane, but it was just
But it was a
no,
lot.
it was a lot. I'm glad to see Phyllis kind of moving away from that a little bit. The writers kind of moved her to the side with that whole thing, but it was just too much.
Yeah,
So
it
now,
was.
go ahead.
It's just Adams. Just it's like they just think that they have a right to abuse him because even though he was faking and admitted to faking,
Mm-hmm.
well, why wouldn't he fake? Look at how they always treat him. It's like you're gonna beat the dog, and then the dog's gonna bite you because you're beating it, and then you're gonna beat the dog, and then the dog's gonna bite you because you're like, where does this end?
Yeah. Well, see, the problem is, and Keisha would always say this, is that Adam keep going back. He
Yeah,
keep going back. And
he
it's
does.
like, I mean, you can't prove anything to anybody who don't receive it. You know what I'm saying? If you really don't like somebody and you can't stand them, it doesn't matter if they transform themselves into an angel. If you
Hmm.
don't like them, you're not going to receive that change.
That's true.
So for Adam to keep thinking that, especially Victoria, Nicholas even tried to throw a little bit of something in that conversation, like, well, he did sound kind of concerned and worried about Victor. And of course, Victoria was like, he's just faking. That's how he operates. It's like Victoria has never. I think the only time I can remember Victoria even giving him some sort of a break is when she was getting married at Ashlyn Locke's wedding.
Hmm.
When she was marrying Ashlyn Locke, and they was trying to keep that Gaines guy and Billy from disrupting the wedding, and Adam was right there to defend his sister.
Hmm.
And she didn't thank him. And I
Exactly.
also and I also want to point out Adam came to Victoria with what was going on with their dad. He initiated that,
Yep.
told Victoria, and then Victoria ran with that. And then Nick and Victoria just happened to just exclude Adam out of his own concern for his father. That was ridiculous to me. But I part of me is really hoping that if the writers can turn this around, I really do hope that it does show Victoria's conspiring against him, because at first she was.
I was just gonna say that she was. She was trying. As soon as she got demoted, Bree, and Trish. The thing is, she was like, we need to check out for his mental competency. And then all of a sudden, that's why Victor. If you want to blame somebody for starting this whole thing, it wasn't Adam. It was her, because she the one that was trying to question his sanity. We was saying that like what, a month ago.
Yep.
So yeah, she's sitting up there talking to Nicholas at that table, talking about, I can't believe Dad would think that I would take advantage of his, mental. Yeah, you would. You started the whole darn thing,
She's a professional victim.
girl.
She
Because that's
is.
why Nicholas didn't want to even go along with Victoria a month ago. Because Victoria was like, well, maybe Dad is, I don't think he's been doing things that's weird. And Nicholas, like, no, we're not finna go down that road.
Exactly. But of course it's always Adam's fault.
Yep.
Yep. Now, I do hate the fact that they wrote in there, even though he admitted it to Sally, that he was actually running a con. And I'm like, oh, crap. You know what I'm saying? Because I was
That's
hoping like he was just trying to do what he was told and trying to get back. And then he said, well, you know what? I was scamming. He didn't even say con. He said he was scamming.
I mean, so was Victoria.
Mm-hmm.
So were all his kids have scanned Vicar at plenty of times in their lives. This is nothing new, nothing different, except that he was foolish enough to even want to go back to this company. Just start your own company, Adam, please.
So there's been some rumors about him possibly, going over to help Sally at her company. I would be okay with that. I don't know if that's going to come true. Like I said, it's a rumor. But I would honestly be okay with that as long as they get him out of that whole, because they're trying to set a trap for him now. Now with Victoria and Nicholas wanting to play along with Victor,
Mm-hmm.
they now want to set a trap for Adam so he and help. They say they're going to escort him to that trap, which
Which
means is that they're going to be manipulating things around Adam to push him into this. Go ahead, Trish.
Oh, I just think it's disgraceful that you would, regardless of what he's done, doing that makes you just as bad or actually worse than him because you grew up with such privilege and everything. I mean, yeah, you had to work for it. You started the mailroom, but let's be perfectly honest. It was handed to you on a silver platter. It was always there waiting for you. And you treat this guy this way, and he's your half brother. Like, I just think it's so disgusting.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
it's
Let's herd him right off the cliff like we would, chasing the other person on the other show that I want to go over the cliff.
oh my goodness. No, but
Something. Mhm.
they want to push him off a cliff, but you would think taking $500 million each wouldn't push your own father off a cliff. But okay.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
yep, yep, yep. So, we might as well go ahead and talk about that whole thing. That snake thing was crazy.
Yeah.
And
Look,
Nick said it came from some book. I was trying to catch the name of the book because I'm like, that's just a very odd book to read as a child
Yeah, the
about.
serpent and the names or something. I don't remember.
Yeah, it's I don't understand it. That explains a lot why he's so angry all the time. Like, why are you angry?
Wow, that's a great point.
I mean, this man is like literally every episode, he's grinding his teeth. He's angry. He's mad. Like, take a drink, go to yoga, breathe a little bit. Why are you angry all the time? It's not sexy.
It's not, and you have everything that this world could possibly offer to anyone. And this is your miserable life, really?
except the fact that he got to share the limelight with Adam, because
Yeah.
all of this anger. Because back, if we got prior to the Sally, Adam, and Nicholas era, he was just chilling. I mean, we really didn't get too much from Nicholas, except that he was working over at New Hope, and he might have a few things here and there. We did have the storyline with Faith's kidney about a year and a half or so ago, but that was pretty much it. When Sally became a part of this equation, he's just been hell on wheels trying to keep Adam away. It's like you the one walked in the middle of this. They weren't done with each other.
He
Now,
inserted himself. But I'm
yeah,
bummed.
yeah, he inserted himself, and at the same time, and I know Bree want to vent about Sally too, so I'm gonna give her the floor. But the thing is that Sally, like I said, she been playing two in the middle for the last year.
And playing it wrong at that. How is it you went from mattress to mattress with both brothers and you're still in the same position? And now you're going to put yourself in a whole other predicament because Nick is not going to like the fact that you're with Adam.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, I don't understand what Nick is mad about. You guys were never really in a relationship. That's why you guys never had a proper breakup. Breakup over what? You were
Right.
mattress buddies. You were bedroom bullies.
Yeah.
And just the fact that you have strung Adam along. If anything, this is the man who's actually been saying he loves you. I can't remember or recall when Nick said he loves you. He said that he want to take things slow for a year, and even after she was pregnant with Adam's baby, he lost right then. And now
Right.
that's why and maybe that's why he's still irritable. And it's just, if we're going to go into 2024 with new hopes for Sally, get her off screen for a moment. If anything, Y&R, Genoa City, I just don't see what the benefit would be. Because she's still stuck in the same place. Her ex is funding her business, who he can easily take that away. Mm-hmm. And especially after he gets wind that she slept with Adam in that terrible music video. But, it's got to boil down to, this girl needs to stop crying. She needs to stop whining. She needs to get her emotions in check, because the fact that she spazzes out every time she sees Adam, she was just crying. And next minute she's yelling at this man, like, make up your mind.
Yeah, I want feisty Sally back.
Feisty, clear-headed, rational Sally. That's what we miss back.
Yeah, well, she tried to work her way up that Newman ladder. She figured that, it was one thing to be with Adam, but now I can get with the golden boy. Oh, okay, and it's backfiring because you still have feelings for Adam, but at the same time you garnered some feelings for Nicholas. But
Yeah.
you're torn between the two, you're conflicted. A baby was in a part of this whole equation at some point. Nicholas should have the moment Nicholas should have walked away was almost a year ago when they had their first sex session. You know what I'm saying? When she got pregnant with it's like, Nicholas,
Yeah,
why?
when he walked in on that, that should have been like,
Exactly.
whoa, what happened in here? Okay, I'm out. See you, bye.
I mean, it's that wasn't even realistic. I don't know too many people that's just gonna walk in on some male or female,
Mm-hmm.
walk in on that and say, okay, well, let's keep dating. What? And it was your brother or one of your siblings. Really? Yeah, I don't. I've never wrapped my head on why they wrote this storyline like they did in this past 11 months.
It's just, it makes no sense, because it put Nick and Adam, it's like they stooped so low, and it's just not attractive at all that they're chasing after this woman who is this, like, just this emotional. She's this moody. She cannot make a single decision for herself. She has to get direction from everybody, including Chloe, cuckoo Chloe.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, what was the benefit of her coming to Genoa City if she wasn't to win? If anything, she should have had Audra's position, where she should have been leveraging all these different men. She should have been leveraging Kyle. And that's why I was hoping they would go back to doing like a Kim test with her and Kyle too. But just, that type of winning was exactly what I was hoping for Sally. That Audra winning is what I was hoping for Sally. But
You
I
know
don't.
what? I gotta agree with you on that one, Brie. I
Yeah.
totally agree. How do you bring a crossover an actress from The Bold and the Beautiful, bring her over here, and and she's been here what, 2 years now, 2 3 years now,
Yeah.
something like that, and she hasn't really prospered. She had the job for a while as co-CEO, I mean COO under Adam, but after that she's still been living in a hotel trying to figure out her life.
Two hotels.
Two
Yeah.
hotels, yeah,
And it
because
still ticks me off that Victor stuck his nose in where it didn't belong when she and Chloe were doing just fine. In fact, that could be considered torturous interference because he interloped into her relationship with Jill and Chancellor and had somebody else already lined up and put them to work before she even had a decision. So, what was that all about? I mean, how unrealistic with that? The whole storyline. I mean, I know it's a soap, but could we at least fringe on the line of what might happen in reality? And then the other thing with regard to Nicholas and Adam, and why I'm so annoyed that they got them at each other's throats again, is because after the whole organ donor thing, they were actually getting along.
Yes.
They just ruined everything, in my opinion.
It's almost like he got amnesia, Nicholas.
Hmm.
It wasn't like it was less than 5 years ago that all this had happened.
Yep,
Even Faith, before she left to go off to college, has said, I wouldn't be in this position if Adam hadn't helped me. At least she remembers.
that's right.
Nicholas act like this man has done after call him a narcissist and all this
Hmm.
other stuff, and I'm like, dude, the narcissist is your dad.
Exactly. Adam has some narcissistic tendencies,
Mm-hmm.
but I also think that there are points where, like, I thought the conversation between him and Sally at the bar, where he was telling the truth, what I thought was the truth in the
Mm-hmm.
storyline,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
being sincerely worried. He has empathy. He has some of that in
Right.
there somewhere, you know?
Right. Yeah, because narcissists
They don't.
do
I,
not have empathy at all. That's
zero.
why if you listen to Victor when Nikki was going back and forth with him, and she was like, "Well, Victoria would be so upset." He said, "I don't care."
And he doesn't.
He
And
just go ahead, Bree.
oh, I'm sorry, I was about to say, speaking of narcissists, Victoria would be the narcissist.
She's right there, isn't she? Although, when it comes to her kids, she does have that. But she sent him away to boarding school, so what do I know?
But you know what? I see where you're going though, because Victor, yeah, he is textbook.
Because
He's
she
a
would never purposefully hurt her children.
mm-mm.
He is purposefully hurting. It's unreal.
And then my thing is, Nikki is sitting up there getting upset with him. I'm like, girl, you've been with him for almost 40 years.
Yeah,
You know exactly who you married to. Don't complain now. This is who
yep.
he is. You
Yeah,
know.
that made no sense to me. As many decades as she's cried, tears. Oh, Victor, how can you do this, Victor? Honey, just let this be. He got you a CEO position over at Newman Media. He kept you busy so you can leave him alone so he can do
Yeah,
this.
pretty much.
Girl, you see how quick he told her, I don't trust you either. Should I trust you too?
Yeah.
And then he
Yep.
turned around when Nate came over there, sent her out, I need you to leave the room.
Did you see the eyeball shift thing with him? Man, that was, he went from clear and level headed with Nikki to this hapless looking man sitting there looking out from under his eyelashes. I'm like, come on, man.
Oh my God. I got to give it to Eric Braden. The dude
Yeah,
is an excellent actor.
he is.
He's been doing it for so long. It's like second nature to him.
Yeah, it's true.
But
And
yeah, I wonder. I'm like, I know he cannot be like this in real life. At least I hope not.
I've
No.
heard he's really,
Funny.
really funny.
He's very funny. He posts like he'll
Hmm.
post like little videos like on social media. He'll come and like do like sports commentary. Like he's very, very funny, relaxed,
Yes.
very chill.
Yeah.
So he's definitely not like his character. And plus he's it's good to see him in good spirits and that he's doing well and he's healthy.
Yep.
Right.
With what he's been going through.
Exactly. Now
I mean,
the
he's in our living room every day, every 5 days a week, every week.
Yep.
These people are in our living rooms. Like, we love them.
Yep. And you know one thing about because I think I've caught a few of his videos. How do you tap into acting like a narcissist though? I mean, gosh.
I think it'd be a lot of fun. Have you not ever done any theater or anything?
No.
No?
No.
Oh my gosh, y'all, it's a blast.
It
Mm-mm.
is.
Yeah, so I mean, he does a good job of it, and I kind of wish that I wouldn't mind even seeing, and this is just creative thought. Actually, Victoria and Adam and Victor working together. Do you know they could take over everything? Tucker is doing it by himself, moving parts around, and we got to talk about him. But could you imagine? Shut up, Trish.
Oh man.
Um, yeah, I shouldn't have said it like that. I knew you were gonna pick up on something like that. Oh my
It
God.
just goes right. I can't help it.
Oh my goodness. But could you imagine if it was an empire ran by Victoria Adam and Victor? Girl, I mean, you talking about owning everything.
Yeah.
Yes, it would benefit Victor, but both of the siblings would still try to fight for the position next to him.
Yeah. The
But
most.
I'm
The
saying
most.
in a way to change the actual storyline is to actually have them working cohesively. Like you see some of these TV shows where you have like two or three members of the family and they make sure that thing is running like a well-oiled machine. They know how to hostily take over other companies. They're working together doing it. That type of thing.
Hmm.
That would be awesome. Cause I'm honestly tired of the debate between Victoria and Adam.
I would like for them, if the writers are listening, I know you do. Kidding. If they do, they do. Definitely don't.
No, you do.
But I would like for them to really go and turn Victoria into a full-on villain. I'm very tired of the writers putting this woman on a pedestal. It's like everything happens to her and her actions get pacified, and then we don't ever go back into it or anything, or she never takes accountability. I would like to see her fall from grace.
And I'd like to see either Sally or Sharon dish it.
By the way, Bree, did you see what J Money just dropped in the chat? Cause I did a
Let me go up.
video, I did a music video of Adam and Sally's little love scene on
Yes,
Instagram.
that was far better than what we saw.
Wait a minute, my editing is better than the CBS production team. What can I say?
Even with that CVS budget, that was what they gave us. You saved that. Thank you.
Save the scene. Yeah.
CBS, pay this woman that money, please. Thank you.
Listen, for those in the chat that don't know what I'm talking, well, what we're talking about, what I usually do, especially when it came to Hope and Thomas scenes, I think I did it with Kyle and Audra as well, and I did it with Chance and Sharon's little scene that they had in the back room or whatever. I'll take a nice song that fits the editing of the video on Instagram and TikTok, and then I switch it up, I change the colors, put captions on it, and really make it a lot better than maybe what's on your screen. So if you want to go over there and check that out, that's on Instagram, same name, CBS Soap Dish Recap, and you'll see what I'm talking, what we're talking about. But yeah, the rest of that second part of J Money's statement, I was wondering if you read.
Uh-oh.
Oh wow.
Girl. Yeah, uh-huh.
We don't have any background music, y'all.
Listen.
Down. No.
Oh, jeez. I'm telling
Hit
you.
that like button, y'all. Hit that like button.
Listen.
Like, subscribe. 10,000 subscribers on the road too.
Hey, listen, Bree. Do I have to do a live matchmaking session or something? What the heck is going on? Wow, I
Wait a
mean,
minute. I'm confused.
Dish dating game.
oh yeah, the dating game, right? Oh Lord, y'all are so funny. Jay is hilarious. What are you about to say, Bree?
I was gonna say, if I'm the Black Brook, we know how this turns out.
Whoa. Whoa. No. You said the brook. Oh my God. See, this is why we do this on a Friday night.
Absolutely
And I
beautiful.
know Jenna is sitting over there with her wine, and I know Trish got hers too. So,
No, I'm not because I can't. I don't want to. I don't
oh,
want to have
gotcha.
no energy. I'm still recovering.
Okay, gotcha,
I'm
gotcha.
being real careful.
Okay, cool. All right, not tonight.
Not tonight. Not
Uh,
tonight.
uh,
Maybe next week. I don't know. We'll see.
okay,
It's a weekend thing,
okay,
if at all.
gotcha, 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 gotcha. All right, so where did we left off? We went to a whole nother track. I know we was talking about Victor being a narcissist and everything, but
Yeah, I think we were about to touch on Tucker
okay.
and
That's right.
Audra.
And Kyle, because Miss Audra Charles had another session with Kyle, which of course he lost all the blood in one part of his body and couldn't think straight because he's obviously trying to sign up with Tucker and Audra.
Uh huh. Yeah.
What is wrong with that boy?
I don't know, but that inkwell must have like golden line paint or something in it. I don't know.
Girl, she got a barracuda or something going on down there. Cause I mean, that dude can't even. You willing to throw your entire family under the bus?
The business that your grandfather, that you're not even next in line for, because you're the grandson and he's got multiple sons and daughters before you, not just your dad. Like, what makes you think
Uh
just because you
oh.
got that
Go
co-CEO,
ahead,
I'm
Trish.
on a roll, baby, I'm on a roll, I'm back. Trish just but seriously, kids in that position, what makes you think that it's automatically yours? I'd love to know that. Like, what was the entitlement factor of this guy?
Kyle has Liam tendencies,
Doesn't
and
he?
this truly shows it. Once again, these kids are in desperation for positions. If you feel that you're able to run something, you got money, run your own company.
Exactly.
I mean, and it
Otherwise, you're
wasn't.
just a parasite.
And it wasn't like, I mean, he did over. I don't know why I guess, because we kind of talked about that last week, I think, right, Bree? About sending Kyle to the mail room. Because originally they offered him a different position in the C suite. And then they
Hmm.
switched it up when he overheard Tracy and Jax talking about, let's make him start from the bottom. And then he just went ballistic.
He pounded like a child, like, kid, you are rich. You were just perfectly fine going in and out of your going in and out of your mom and dad's house with no job after you got kicked out of New and Me by the same woman you keep sleeping with. It's I have never seen the amount of simping on one show.
Oh, there's a bunch of them on both shows, but go
Yeah.
ahead.
This is an epidemic, a pandemic. That this is, what is this? I don't know. I don't know what cologne, what perfume Audra has on, whatever pheromone she's giving out. If he's still choking on the aroma, even every time they're in the room together, I. As much as Jack has gone to bat for you, just you alone, you're going to do that to your dad? Forget Billy, forget Tracy, forget Ashley. They're in and out of the company. Oh, well. But for you to do that to your dad,
Yep.
that is devastating. And as much as he talked about Summer being like Phyllis, here you
Yeah.
go. You're sleeping with the devil himself.
Girl, here's the other thing, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, but he's been neglecting his son too. He's not being there for bedtime baths and stories. He's coming in the house and late in the morning, and he wondering where's the Harrison. Oh well, he went to school already. He was looking for you. It's like, dude, this girl got your head on swivel so hard that you can't even remember to take your son to school and to say goodnight at bedtime and give him a bath?
And
Cause
how long till they bring? Sorry, how long till they bring what's her face back?
who? Oh,
From
you talking about Tara?
the birth mom out of jail. What's her
Tara.
name? Yeah, Tara.
I mean that's the part that got me. I said that looks bad. And it was one thing when Audra told him, was that last week or the week before last? Oh, he got his own life. Talking about the kid. It's like, girl, are you crazy?
Well, she didn't. I mean, I remember the first time he mentioned Harrison, and she was like,
Girl, mm-mm. And now you can't even, you showing up late. Oh man, I forgot. How you forget? Oh yeah, you was sleeping with Audra.
Right.
And then he got his feelings hurt. You're sleeping with Tucker too. Yes.
That scene right there when she said,
Oh my god.
when she actually answered him, to me, that's like, that reminded me, if y'all have seen those, like, the body count videos.
Uh-oh. Let's
Who
not go
are you
there.
to, like, seriously, you're going to go there, dude? Look where you just were.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Wait a minute. And did you see Tucker come up in there and say, "Oh wow, I know what happened up in here"? And then he
yeah,
walked in.
he took a deep breath.
He did. He sniffed.
What a creep, y'all. My husband, because y'all know my husband is a religious watcher with me. Dave said, "Did he just sniff?"
Yeah, he sure
And I said,
did.
"Yes, Dave, he did." And he said, back that up." And we backed it up and watched it again. He was like, "What a creepy thing to do." And I said, "I know. Isn't he just a great creep?" And we did.
The fact that this stopped this regular everyday civilian, he saw that he had to rewind and see what we see every day on his cell phone.
Oh my God.
And the
Tucker.
fact that Tucker knew immediately what scent that was from her.
Well, obviously he need to have a conversation with Nicholas because Nicholas walked right in the same type of setting and didn't pay attention to nothing.
He just kept going.
He just.
It's like if someone if someone walks by you and crop dusts you, and you're like, what was that?"
I mean, I'm telling you, Trevor St. John is hilarious. Oh my
He is
God.
funny. He's really good. I mean, his timing is impeccable, and he plays that role so creepily well.
Okay, so did peep this, you guys? Did you hear the part when Kyle tried to get a little bit jealous, saying, "Well, anything else been going on between you and Tucker?" She admitted it, and he was like, "Oh well, okay." I'm like, "What?"
He got in his feelings. He got jealous. Like, oh, like, you realize he was with my aunt, right? And she's like,
It's
yeah.
only,
Like,
it's not
yeah,
supposed
and
to be the woman who's double dipping anywhere. It's supposed to just be the men.
and she looked at Kyle like, yeah, and
Yeah, and I loved that look on her face, was just so classically.
Girl, I mean, she owned it. She was like,
I
"No."
loved it.
She was like, "No, he didn't come after me. Maybe I seduced him." I'm like, Kyle, did you just hear what she said?
Exactly.
Dude. And then he was just like, "Oh well, okay, I guess. Oh yeah."
The
Hmm.
fact that she admitted that she can play, she basically controls Tucker. Kyle, you should be scared right now, but you're
Hmm.
not even smart enough to be scared. You don't even know who you're in the room with.
Uh, Trish,
Yeah.
he had plenty of red flags because when she dumped him cold turkey, and then she came back when she was at the little reception thing that Diane and Jack had. He even said, "Why all of a sudden are you talking to me?" And then when they slept together, she asked him about them alliance with Tucker last week. He said, "Oh, is what this is about?" Yeah, dude. The
Well,
answers are right in front of you.
we all know which brain he was using, so you know. What's that old saying? You're not the sharpest tack in the drawer.
Oh my gosh.
at all. And he wants a CEO position.
Right? You're going to trust him with a how many hundreds of millions of dollar company, whatever, Here you go, Kyle. Here's the reins. Go ahead, take it. Take the pony around the track. You got this.
Oh my God, girl.
Do-do-do-do.
I
Kyle.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I can't number one, I can't believe that he's actually going to betray his family. Number
Uh-uh.
two, Audra told you to your face that yeah, I've been sleeping with Tucker. And what? And he like, oh, okay. I mean,
It's a commune.
what'd you say, Trish?
It's a commune.
Girl. Mm.
Basically, exactly. Like him and Kyle and Ashley are like literally 6 degrees of separation from each other.
Well,
Ooh.
what?
Oh, you are
They're
right.
not even 6. It's 2 degrees.
Oh my
Exactly. And
gosh.
that's what, and I'm like, he did not even think of this. He didn't get disgusted by the fact that she was dibbling and dabbling and not concerned about who else is meeting her at that same corner at the bar.
Mm-mm.
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 Yep. Girl, he don't care about that. That girl is obviously putting it down. You know how we say, yeah, he's getting his back broke, not her, not the other way around. And I don't mean it like that, but you know what I mean.
Save a horse, ride a Kyle boy.
Okay, what you said, cowboy? Oh
Kyle
dang.
boy.
Jay Money said, ew, Kyle, how does your aunt taste? Oh my.
Pinchy. No.
Oh my god. I mean, but Bree, you nailed it. There's only a little bit of separation between all of that.
Yeah, because we don't know if they had raincoats on.
Exactly. And I'm actually thinking, because I think they said that she's worked for Tucker, she's known Tucker for a long time, even overseas. So she was with Noah.
That's what I was there. Yeah, you're right about that too.
So I wouldn't expect for this long for them to be using a raincoat at this point.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Yeah, let me not say that. Ooh.
I know exactly what you're probably thinking.
I'm not gonna go there.
Is the color red?
What?
Never mind.
Oh my God, Kyle. Somebody go help that boy. I mean, then he turned around, he said in front of Ashley, which Ashley knows that Tucker has been with Audra. Cause what she came back what Thursday, Wednesday, I think it was. Ashley did. And so he's like, oh, by the way, if you want to know where I was with Audra, and I'm going to see her. We don't work at the same company anymore, so deal with it. And so, of course, Diane is like, dude, I don't think that's a good idea, blah, blah, blah. He turned around, threw her past in front of her. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, ooh, well, Diane, I mean,
Where's the lie? You know, when you get a mirror put up in front of you and there you are looking back at yourself, you can't really say, that's not me.
Mm-mm. Oh
He
my
was
God,
holding
Jay,
that.
stop it.
He was really thinking she was a prize and she's equivalent to a comfortable shoe as a prize. But okay, everyone
Listen,
has comfortable shoes.
listen, Bree, you were saying that he got Liam tendencies. Liam would probably lose his mind if he got with Audra.
Liam would propose to her. There would be a wedding special in a couple months from now.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And then she'll have a whole affair with Bill. Her Audra and Bill. Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Oh my
We
Oh,
goodness.
that,
talked
yeah,
about
that
that
would
one
be.
time a couple of months ago. We were talking about who would they be with on the other show. I can't remember which week it was, but I remember talking about that.
That would be. See, that's what I'm saying. This is why I wanted Sally to win so, so badly. Because I
Yeah.
felt the way that they were writing Andra was how they probably initially wanted to write Sally on B&B. So I thought, okay, maybe they'll do this on YNR, but they gave that sort of character to
Audra.
Zalika Sildra or
Mm-hmm.
whoever that is. But this is how you win. This is how you leverage. She's in almost any and every piece of storyline, just like Tucker is.
Yeah, she got woven into the fabric.
Yes, she did. Yes, she
She good.
did. Mm-hmm. You're
Just
right
like
about.
Michelle Morgan did when she played Hillary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, miss her.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Woo child. Po Kyle. He's
Poor
gonna.
Kyle.
Yeah, cause he's about that girl gonna chew him up and spit him out. He ain't gonna know what
Good.
hit him when this is over.
Good, good,
Yeah.
and let's hope somebody cares enough to pick up the missing pieces for
Oh
his
my
I
wife.
mean,
God.
he was so judgmental and harsh on everything that happened recently that, sometimes when you're unforgiving, stuff happens and you do stuff and people may not forgive you either.
Mm-hmm. Tanika said that if Liam got with Audra, he would eat a steak actually. Cause you know
Yeah. The
he's
vegetarian
vegan.
turn
She
into a
would
steak.
turn him into a meat eater.
Yeah, I said vegetarian. You're right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, cause he was. Remember
Well,
they used to call him Tofu Boy.
yes.
Oh gosh, I can't. Man, we gonna miss Wyatt. Anyway,
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Mm,
Buy
I,
purple
well,
suits.
yeah.
yeah, we'll talk about that later. Um, Wait a minute. I think it's something else. Oh yeah, Michael. We'll talk about him too. Um, yeah, so yeah, well, this is gonna blow up in his face. It's really gonna get uglier next week, because Tucker also don't trust him,
Mm-mm.
because he's like, yeah, let's kind of test him to see what he gonna do. I mean, do he actually think he gonna run Jabot alongside Audra? Audra is the one that what didn't Tucker tell Audra that she was gonna get the top seat?
Mm-hmm.
But Tucker says a lot of things,
He
and
does.
what's funny is that Audra thinks she's in control of Tucker. No, you
Yeah.
didn't know most of the stuff that was going on. You're the cleanup. He has
Right,
always steered his own ship.
Yeah.
right,
And she's
exactly.
not just the cleanup, but she's also the fall guy.
Yep,
'Cause-
because she could
Yeah.
have lost her job quite a few times.
Yep,
yeah.
you are absolutely correct. All right, I'm
What
trying to.
about that whole situation with Michael and Chris and Phyllis, and then Michael and Christine?
You mean Danny?
I mean, I'm just because I'm saying Michael Damian, the
Oh
actor's
Lord.
name. Yes,
Um,
Danny and Phyllis and
are
Danny.
you guys feeling what look like it's about to happen? I know we've been talking about this off and on for the past month about them trying to do this whole triangle with Phyllis and Cricket.
I, what I see when I see Danny look at Phyllis, I see Danny giving Phyllis a break. I don't see Danny feeling anything romantic toward Phyllis. But when I see Phyllis look at Danny, she's like being all
Googly
lady,
eyed.
flirty, yeah, googly. That's perfect words. And then whenever Christine and Danny are together, Danny's looking at Christine with adoration, and Christine's looking at Danny with a little bit of resentment because he's not angry at Phyllis and the whole what could be now.
Yeah. What do you think, Bree?
I agree with that. I'm just happy that Phyllis is occupied.
Right.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
Stay out of
and
trouble.
anything, well, trouble. I mean, troubles is gonna
It'll
always
find
follow.
her. It'll find
It's
her.
and it we all live with it, but she's occupied. If she's zeroed in on him and not Diane, great. That's a break from us. Break for the fans goes. I don't really think she's even really attracted to this man. Um, I think I never really saw the chemistry or
Mm.
attraction even back then.
With who?
Um, but Danny and
Oh,
Phyllis.
Danny and Phyllis. Okay.
I saw the obsession, but not the attraction.
Yeah. And I think she's just happy somebody's giving her a chance. Someone's having, you know, decent, conversations and she's hurt him and Christine
Mm-hmm.
quite a bit. There's a lot of things he could be resentful towards, but I think she's just happy she's getting an opportunity. And just like you were saying, Trish, he is looking at her as like, hey, I'm going to give you a try. I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
give you, I'm just going to be friendly to you. I'm going to be cordial to you. Versus like
Cordial. I like
yeah,
that word, cordial. That's a good word.
just versus coming down on her.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing with Christine, so the man retires, goes to Portugal, and then you guys are in close proximity to each other, and then all of a sudden he breaks it off with you.
Yeah, what happened? I mean, that can't be the whole story. I guess it's gonna be, but
Hmm.
and then he's filing for divorce. I'm like, okay, it's hard for me to get invested into that.
Mm-hmm. Or even have, yeah, there's like no emotional pull toward that story at all. And I feel bad to even say that because I always loved the character of Paul. He was fun to watch.
Oh
The character has been around forever. The way that, the way that it was departed and he just wasn't asked to come back on or film anymore. I don't know what happened behind the scenes. It's sad, but it's just hard to get behind this whole. There was no, the fans got no resolution with Paul. It was just one day Paul was gone.
Mm-hmm.
He never came back. And so I don't know how to have feelings for Paul ending his marriage because we haven't seen him in ages. And now Christine comes out of the blue. We haven't seen her in ages except for sporadically. And we're supposed to be super invested in her feelings. I just don't.
Hmm.
yeah, I agree. She looked beautiful and
Oh, yeah.
fresh face.
Mm-hmm.
I think all of them, they look great.
Yep.
I just hard for me to get invested to him. I'm just happy that Phyllis is distracted, and I feel Daniel was being a little bit in his feelings. That's a whole other thing.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think about the whole thing with with Daniel? He got into a whole little tiff with Lily because he kept bringing up Heather. And Lily was like, "Well, you're the one that's making it an issue, not me."
I agree with Lily. He's making it an issue because he has unresolved feelings for Heather.
I still
Yeah,
think there's a part. Lily did the same thing with Billy when this whole Chelsea thing was going on. She don't want to play the jealous girl, even though she knows that it's bothering her. So if
And
it go ahead.
I'm sorry, but even so, just because it bothers you, it doesn't necessarily mean you're jealous of the person. It could just mean that it bothers you.
Well, I don't mean jealous of her, jealous of the attention, the
Yeah.
interaction, the energy that's being displayed and things like that. This because women tend to can pick up on the fact when somebody's coming for their significant
Mm-hmm.
other. And Lily knows that Heather was acting real funny over the past month and a half or so when she first announced that she was coming back. So Lily has something in the back of her mind, and then of course, Daniel trying to say, "Hey, let's get her a job over at Chancellor
Right. Come
Winters,"
on,
and
dude.
so and she was sitting at that table looking like, and I'm like, Lily, girl, that's bothering you.
Mm-mm.
You know what I
I mean,
mean?
why? I guess my question is, why should it bother him? She and Daniel and Heather were married. They were raising a child together. Of course, Heather is going to have unresolved feelings. And it's not to say that what Lily and Daniel have isn't special. It's just it's no comparison. So it's going to be difficult to try to fully leave the mother of your child sometimes. And this is very fresh. We still, I mean, what Daniel just got back, what, about a year ago? Less than a
Mm-hmm.
year ago. So, and we just got Heather back. So I would like to see, where they were, what their chemistry was as a
Mm-hmm.
couple. I don't even think they're divorced yet, are they?
I'm not sure, but I do know that Crystal Khalil is about ready to deliver. So more than
Exciting.
likely, that's going to give her some time off screen. Cause
Yeah.
I mean, I saw her baby shower pictures. The girl's stomach is out there. So I
Ah,
don't
she's
know her.
ready. Cool.
You saw the pictures, Trish?
Beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, she's glowing. She's
She
glowing.
looks so happy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, her and her son and her I think she's engaged now, isn't she?
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think they're engaged now. So, yeah, she's going to be off canvas, which probably is going to give an opportunity for this connection with Heather and Daniel. I'm
Yeah.
just assuming, because I mean, I don't know how long she's going to be gone, but
I don't know, but we're sending you all good vibes.
yeah. Do she
Yes.
know what
Her.
she having?
I don't know.
Okay.
Hmm. Her
Mm-hmm.
or Cameron Grimes.
Yeah, because she's coming up
That's right.
due.
They're right there behind. Yep.
Yep, they're neck and neck together. Is that everybody? Jacqueline is back, and well, she'll be back this week, and then Chelsea will be back this week on screen too. So I think that's the only two that's left that's pregnant right now. Something was in the water over at the CBS studios this year.
Mhm.
So-
And I won't be drinking it.
I never drank that water. No regrets.
You said no regrets.
No regrets. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, as youngest of 10, I saw what that responsibility does to people. Oh my gosh, I don't know how y'all do it.
Yeah, because there's nothing but simps in that water, and I refuse.
Agreed. You are too funny. Um. Okay, so do we cover everything for the Young and the Restless? We didn't have a lot of Devon this week,
No.
No,
and we really didn't see Mamie this week either. We'll see her more next week.
I hope so. I love her. Love her.
That is going to be the thing that is troubling Nate.
What's
Because that was in the preview today at the end of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Nate went to Devon and Lily, and the comment was something to the effect of, "There's something up with Mamie, and it's concerning." Something, something.
Jay, stop it. He said, "Y'all, you ain't drinking that water, Bree. Y'all got too many plans." Oh my goodness.
Oh God. Oh my goodness.
Um.
This man.
Yes, he's funny. Yeah. I'm gonna leave y'all alone. Anyway,
I am not saying a word.
you say, "Hey Trish," you say, "I'm gonna stay out of that one."
I'm on mute over here.
Okay, yeah. So, the other thing about Mamie is she's gonna ask Tucker to be out. She's gonna try to dissolve that partnership next week too.
Oh,
So,
good luck.
yeah, yeah. Good luck with that one.
I don't think it'd
And
be an issue for her.
say it again.
I don't think it'd be an issue for it. All it takes is money.
Yeah,
Someone can buy her. Tucker would gladly buy her out.
yeah. I don't
But I
think
don't
she
think
wanna
she wants
buy.
to be bought.
No, she don't want to be bought. She still want her piece. She just don't want to work with Tucker anymore.
But, well, she should have thought of that.
Hmm.
Yes. Yes.
Also, too, as much as Victoria and Nicholas think that they're part of Daddy's plan, he's still testing them next week. So it
Oh,
ain't
sure.
over for those two.
It's because it's his little chess game.
Girl.
Victor does not need the chessboard to play chess.
No, he has his own chessboard, and
It's in his
everybody is
mind.
a pawn.
Everybody's a yes. You beat me to it. Yes,
Right,
ma'am.
I
All
know,
right.
right? Oh my God, I'm over it. I am so over it. I'm not talking to you, Jay. Anyway, um, I think that's it for this week for Young and the Restless, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now we got to switch over to the emotional, bold, and the beautiful week. But before we do, as Bree just dropped down in the chat, it's over 100 people in this chat.
Hey.
And thank you guys for joining us tonight. And like she says, please hit that like button, support the channel, and make sure that you subscribe and turn on your notifications so therefore you're notified every time a post goes up. Besides YouTube, there's Instagram, as we were talking about earlier. I do a lot of fun stuff with creative videos and reels and stuff over there. TikTok, X, which is, well, Twitter, and then also a blog. So the blog, if you're following me on Instagram, it is in the bio. The link is in the bio, and it's a tree of links up there. So the blog, there's merch if you guys want Young and Restless, Bold and Beautiful merch, all that good stuff. It's in that Instagram link in that bio, and it'll take you to wherever you want to go. All right. But other than that, let us, unless you guys got some. Oh, Michael. So I don't know if you guys who already subscribed to the channel, I did a video this week about Christian LeBlanc, aka Michael Baldwin, because we hadn't seen him for a while. So he
Mm-hmm.
did an interview where he had multiple, he was diagnosed with multiple myeloma.
Mm.
And so he went undergo treatment. I think he was diagnosed in June, but they were able to get it. And he even said that the fans noticed his eye, because I noticed his eye too.
Yeah, we even talked about that. I remember that.
Right. And
We
he
were all
said,
concerned.
exactly. And then he went on an interview and said that the fans was the ones that kind of alerted him to him, because they was like, Mike, I mean, Christian, what's up with, what's going on? And come to find out, he had a tumor growing on that eye. So they was
That's so
able,
scary.
yeah. So he was able to get that taken care of, and he is officially in remission.
Fabulous.
Fabulous. And he's back filming. So he's going to be on the Thanksgiving episode coming up at the end of November on The Young and the Restless. So he will be back with uh, what's that girl? Gloria and Lauren. We already got Cuckoo Chloe. And then his brother, what's his name? God.
And Kevin.
Kevin. Yep, Kevin. The whole family will be back for the Thanksgiving episode. So I wanted to put that.
Fantastic.
Yep. And as we go into bold, before we move into bold, we lost Darren Brooks. Now somebody just dropped a message on my Instagram chat. They're saying that they're reading some things that he might be coming over to Y&R for a Sally reunion. I don't know. And I went to look up the article and they did have it on soaps.com, which is usually pretty trustworthy.
That could be fun. I like Wyatt the character, and I like the actor too.
Yeah,
Me
so
too.
so Darren Brooks did a quick little interview on October 23rd, which was earlier this week on Monday, how he is pondering a Young and the Restless reunion for Wyatt and Sally. So that's where that's probably coming from, you know. And he says that the whole thing went a little wonky when Flo came along and went. Because what happened to Fell and Flo? She just went off into the sunset.
She
Yeah.
went to another show.
She went to another show?
I think she went to another show or a movie. I
What is
remember
a
she had posted
movie?
something.
Okay.
Wasn't there some movie where there was a really scary scene where they were in the water and there was sharks and stuff? I can't watch those movies. My anxiety's over the top. I can't.
Yeah, I don't do that stuff either, Trish. No thanks.
Mm, mm-mm.
Well, maybe
Trapped under
she's
the water, on the water. I can't.
so obviously I'm assuming she has other projects, which is why she left.
Yeah,
Okay.
and good for them. I think I know like when Jacqueline was on the show, she was doing like 3 or 4 different shows in a
Mhm.
movie and all of that. So very happy to see them outside of the soaps.
I
Yeah.
would be
Yeah, she was.
interested. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. There was that movie, Old Dads, and Katrina Bowden. She was in that.
Oh, okay.
I liked the movie.
Yeah. I mean, she just was like, "Oh, she's out of town. We're engaged, but we never saw her." And that's kind of
Mm.
kind of how they left it. And I'm wondering how they're going to exit Wyatt. Is he just not going to show up and they're going to say, "Oh, he's working at Spencer International or something."
Maybe so.
Kind of how
Yeah,
they
get a good
sent
line.
Quinn off to the pastures last year. We didn't know what happened to her.
Still miss Quinn.
I know. She's doing one heck of a. I don't watch GH, but some of the clips that I've seen, she's doing pretty darn good over there.
Yeah, I'm out of minutes.
You're at a minute.
Yeah, like I can't watch anything else. I've got. I'll never go away from the TV.
Oh, girl. Oh, you talking about your time. You
Yeah,
silly.
I can't watch anything. Like I can't commit to anything else.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Mhm.
All right, so let's go into bold, and I'll do the summary for that one, and then we'll break down. It's not that many storylines this week for bold. You know what I mean? Because of the fact that they're focused around this fashion show. Okay, and his illness. Alrighty, the week of the 23rd. Okay, Katie discovers Eric is dying as he vows to complete his collection even if it kills him. Eric swears Katie to secrecy, refusing to let Ridge ruin his legacy, and RJ tells Luna that he needs to tell his dad the truth. Eric coughs up blood. Lauren and Esther visit from Genoa City, and Katie gives Donna loving advice. And a very emotional RJ. Well, no, wait a minute, let me stop. RJ is very emotional when Eric discloses that he's dying and begs him to tell Ridge. Esther experiences snooty high society as Eric and Ridge competition kick off. So, I mean, the only other small storyline, we got a little bit of Thope this week. Very snippet of it. It was cute.
Can we get Liam's unnecessariness out the way? The fact that he popped up with Hope and not Hope and Ridge, with Ridge and Brooke in the office for no reason.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
For no reason. He said he came in there for, his initial thing was, oh, well, Ion Fashion is going to be covering all of this. And Rich is like, well, Katie's on it. She's PR. She's on it. And Liam is like, oh, I'm worried about Steffi. Finn is not doing a good job. He's trying any and every way to get in good with Steffi's brother, Steffi's parent, whoever, just to try to butter him up, just like Butters. This is why you're Land of Lakes. This is exactly why. You always have to butter up a situation because you can never get anything genuine.
Yep. Well, I gotta say, sorry, Steam fans, but Butter's about to be crying in his butters because he about to get his feelings hurt. Because
For
Steph,
how long, though? For how long?
listen, I'll take it for the moment because I'm just sick of him. I mean, he's just being a little irritant right now. And I like the fact that Ridge told him, that's not something that you would say, leave a message on the phone about. And he was looking like, oh.
Yes, exactly. There's that stupid look on his face for no reason. This is the second time in a while that he's popped up into the office for no reason, just to get in good with Steffi's family.
Well, yeah, and I mean, I know this was last week, but the whole going to talk to Thomas about Finn, like, what world do you live in that you just show up and talk about stuff that's, not your business?
Exactly.
That you claim to hate. Like, you sought out someone you hate to talk about someone whose wife you want, who happens to be the sister of the person you hate.
Exactly.
Jeez, that was a lot.
Yeah, that was crazy. We was like, you cordial with Thomas to pretty much say I want Steffi back, man. Girl, yeah,
As
he
if Thomas would support you.
exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly. Liam has gone over to Forrester Creations all of 2022. He collected entire W-2 for taxes as much as he went to Forrester because he was terrified of Thomas. After Hope kissed Thomas, because he don't know the rest, as much as I desperately need for him to know. He left, he cried, he tucked his head, he went back to work as we were all hoping for. And now all of a sudden you're in good with this guy. You're trying to get in good with this guy, handing him toys like, hey, but let Hope know that I gave this to her, pal. Really?
Yep, and then he had nerve to go over to Finn's office, and we talked about that last week. Yeah, that whole thing is just crazy. And then leaving that message thinking, I need you to come back home to me. Yeah, okay. Let's see how that work.
and what home? You live with your dad.
Sure do. I forgot about that.
Whoa.
Yeah.
come home to. He's just
Right.
trying to find. He's just like Rich. Is trying to find any place that's gonna let him in. And Steffi's gonna be like, look, you're not gonna treat me like my granddaddy's house. No,
Mm-mm.
no.
Mm-mm.
There's only enough occupancy for me, Finn, and the kids, and that's it. And
Girl, listen.
don't Monica, you were right, girl.
She said everybody sleeps. I saw that down there. Um, yeah, that's the crazy thing. Like you said, with him not having his own place to stay, what you expect Steffi to throw Finn out and move you in? I
That's
mean,
exactly what he's
that's
thinking.
exactly what he's thinking. But this is the same dude who was, walking out of the house while Steffi was dragging him by the leg when she was pregnant.
Oh, that scene still infuriates me.
I was like, girl, I'm glad they didn't write that whole thing for her to go. Like you said, we don't know how long it'll last, but because remember, those kisses are still out there. Now,
Yeah,
some people might think that it might not be that big of a deal, but shoot, I don't know.
it's a big deal to Finn. It'll be
Yes,
a
it
big deal to
is.
Lee.
Oh yeah, Lee. Oh jeez, girl.
Yeah.
Hmm. Oh yeah, you wasn't here last week, of course, Trish, when the whole spaghetti, bolognese in Sheila's
Y'all,
face. What did you think about that?
y'all, that I laughed so hard. I was like, oh, Kimberlyn Brown, you are such a good sport as an actress. Oh my gosh. I mean, as a child who used to fall asleep at the table and have landed in spaghetti before, it's warm and gushy, but it tastes good, so it's not that bad. But to have your head shoved in it,
Mm-hmm.
that that's assault, first of all. Um, and yes, I realize what Sheila has done. Y'all know how I feel about Sheila, so I can't even believe that I'm speaking up in her defense. But Leah assaulted Sheila, and Sheila didn't retaliate.
Mm-mm.
Now she may later,
Well,
but
she
she didn't
was.
retaliate.
Yeah, she even thought about them knives on that table, but she didn't
Yeah.
move an inch.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. I was wondering what your thoughts was on that.
It was a good scene.
Yeah, that was crazy last week. All
That's the
right,
fun stuff I miss.
say it again, Brie.
That's the fun stuff about soaps that I miss.
Right?
I miss like the food fights. I
Mm-hmm.
miss like this is why I miss the interaction between Stephanie and Brooke because I got nothing. I got slaps. I got fighting. I got all this great like fun interaction that I love. That's why I watch soaps.
Girl,
I
shoot,
loved
remember
that
that
between.
slap by Quinn?
I was going to say the same thing. I loved that.
Ooh,
When
yes.
Quinn slapped Brooke, that was like the slap heard round the soap world.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. We didn't even talk about that dream that Sally had with that fight between Adam and Nicholas.
Because it's been the same thing in her real life. Well, not in her real life, for Sally's life outside of the dream for the past year and some change. It's the same situation.
Girl, listen, some people was like, "Dang, that's the most action we've seen on this show in a while." With with a daydream where Adam went flying over that couch.
That was pretty good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. And then Adam stood up and socked Nicholas in the face. I was like, yeah, this is pretty interesting. But it didn't. It was a fantasy because they made a whole promo out of it last weekend, and then turn around, it was just her dreaming about it. But anyway, back to Bold. All right, what do y'all think about this crossover that happened with Esther and Lauren and Esther and Charlie?
This was a little refreshing.
It was kind of cute, but I'm like, Esther, you don't know whose man you're messing with, and Pammy, where are you?
Didn't Pam hang up on Charlie or something and he called himself a loser?
I don't know what that was all about. Has there been any foreshadowing of problems with Pam and
That's
Charlie?
what I'm like. Are they trying to break those two up? Because Pam is usually there to support the Forrester family no matter what.
What are all those people going to do with no lemon bars?
Who knows?
They've been doing fine for a couple of years, I guess. So I thought this was kind of cute.
Mhm.
I will say that Lauren looks incredible.
Right? Golly.
Both outfits she's had this week, I love them. She looks insane.
Yeah.
And yes, yeah, I know some people have said that she's been touched by an angel. Yes.
That angel blessed her.
Money well spent, okay? Look, that money blessed those hands, and that is the result. She looked amazing.
Mm-hmm.
She is 60.
What?
Yep.
Get out of here.
Wow.
Yeah, you said yeah, she's 60.
Looks fantastic. That's
Mhm.
what, see, beautiful. Like, it was nice for her to, like, make a little appearance on B&B. That was really fun, but she looked amazing. That's why I kept every scene that she had, like the hair, the makeup, the skin, everything.
The accessories.
Oh my goodness, the fashion on B&B has really
risen. Yeah.
Yes.
Especially since Hope changed her clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause Hope they with the original Hope for the Future line, it was like ooh.
No more frumpy.
Nope. It's skin, 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 skin.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, even the sundresses and stuff that Hope has been wearing, it's not the typical, like, what's the word I want to use? Kind of like,
Frumpy.
yeah.
What's the word I got for it?
What?
Frumpy.
Okay. All right, we'll
Just
use
the third time
frumpy.
we've said it.
Yeah, Hope changed her, like Jenna said, Hope changed her clothes, her hair.
Her man.
Her man. Listen, do you think Thomas had something to do about that? Put a little bit of energy in her step that she had to change her outfits?
What? He is tapped into her bloodstream.
I literally flipped the switch, you guys. Come on, she said it herself.
Oh my gosh.
He in them bloodstreams now. He tapped into everything, hair, makeup, but everything. It's she
attitude,
everything, and that's why Brooke is so mad.
You think Brooke is jealous?
Well, let me ask you this. I've always felt that she's always competed with both of her daughters to some degree.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she's really always competed with Bridget. And technically speaking, she has. And she won, and she got a whole baby out of her own daughter's husband. But anyway, I feel that she sees the change and the growth within Hope. So I know that she is like seeing her daughter all grown up, and she's, getting out of the nest, if you will. But I absolutely loved it. Whoever is doing the styling on B&B, you guys have gotten the character styling down. It's very fresh, very vibrant. Each and every last one of these characters.
Yeah.
Yep. What she said? Tanika said Hope looks a little bit better, but her hair is still boring. Didn't she cut her hair?
She cut her hair. Did after she gave Liam the divorce papers.
Yeah. I mean, she put on a whole new persona. Thomas done really brought something out of her. Or put something in her. One of the two.
Both.
Shut up, Trish.
It was an awakening, guys. Come on.
Those were her words.
That was her words. Awakening. But the thing is, she still don't know whether she want to be with him or not.
Oh, she wants to be with him. She just scared of her mom and what everyone's going to think of her. But I think with what we saw this week with them like dancing and having that little moment, I guess she's starting to kind of come around. tired of her stringing him along. But it's hot scenes, but
yeah, I think the opinion consideration fear that she has is it runs deep because her whole entire line was based on being the antithesis of her mother, and now it's embracing that, um, you know, the real woman inside, the woman who wants things and isn't
Mm-hmm.
going to take no for an answer and isn't going to let anyone stand in her way or walk over her anymore. She's not a doormat, and she's just letting that go. It's like shedding a skin. It's got to be just so refreshing.
Yeah.
yeah, she
Yeah.
chased a cheater for over a decade.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and now with this whole thing with Steffi trying to work things out with her own husband, which leaves Liam solo for right now. I'm just hoping that Hope don't decide to be like, because Liam knows that he could get in the back of his mind. He knows that he got only say a few things to put that family back together, and she will go.
I don't think Hope is on Liam's radar. He was comfortable enough to go to Thomas and hand him their daughter's doll. As much as he's stressed about Thomas being a threat to Beth and their family, he was perfectly fine handing the doll and saying, like, hey, give this to Hope. Hope is not on Liam's radar. I feel like with Liam, when he thrives and he likes to put on his cape and wants to save the day, is when he's in a love triangle.
Well, I mean, that's it
He's
depends on the direction of how Steffi put her feet down because for she's coming back not being afraid of Sheila according to the spoilers. So, and
okay.
she going to tell her to her face, you're not going to your presence is not going to dictate my life.
I'll see you there when that happens, Steffi. You should have pushed. The thing is, if she is able to put her foot down with Sheila, she should be able to do the same thing with Liam. But no, we didn't see kisses. Him seeing her in lingerie and her granddaddy's GCAC, and then her accepting kisses on the cheek and allowing this man to say he loves her and disrespect her husband.
So apparently, this whole called trip that she had, according to when she was interviewed, was the fact that they're going to change her perspective on life. So I don't know with her coming back. It's supposed to be this whole change in her about all of this. So we'll see. She'll be back on the episode on November 1st, next Wednesday. Next Wednesday or Thursday, right after Ridge finds out that Eric is sick. And so, and then she reunites with her husband, and she's 100% in love with him. And, it's a whole thing that she was talking about when they interviewed her in Soap Opera Digest. So it's going to be interesting to see it play out for November sweeps on how she's going to have this new mindset on not having Sheila be the focal point of her life and being away from her family and her husband and all this. So we'll see. That's all I could say.
Oh, stay tuned. I'm hoping for some good storylines.
I hope so too. I really do because I mean, right now they don't have a villain. Now, from what I understand is, maybe they might make Liam a villain and take over Thomas's role. You know what I'm saying? He could be the one that's running through town amok, acting a fool and doing crazy stuff. So I don't know. Maybe we'll see if they're going to do some changes because the writers are back. The strike is over probably for about a month now. So they're probably gearing up to create new storylines and all this stuff since they're back on deck. So we'll see.
Yay!
Mm-hmm. Say yay. Yeah, that's a good question, Jenna. Jenna was like, where's Taylor? Girl, there is no mention of her whatsoever.
So annoying. I mean, come on.
I mean, even the background photo shots that they did, because they had early shots of Steffi, Finn, everybody. Behind the scenes of the photo shoot, all of that stuff for this upcoming stuff that's happening. there was no Taylor in sight. So,
That's so disappointing. They needed to have that connection with Steffi and Thomas's family,
I know.
because it always seemed like it was always Rich defending his kids, and then he eventually falls. He falls to his knees for Brooke,
Yeah.
and sides with the Logan. So it was nice to see someone actually stand up for Steffi and Thomas, especially as much as we've seen Brooke come down on Thomas for a couple of years. Um, so I'm hoping they recognize the fact that the fans miss her. We need to see her on the show. I know she was dealing with. I know she was sick at one point. I think she was something that happened to her home, too, if I'm not mistaken. So I know she's probably dealing with stuff personally.
Mm-hmm.
But we'd love to see her back.
I
I
know.
would too.
She's such a good actress. She really rocked that Taylor character, because that was some huge shoes to fill with Hunter Tylo being gone. And to find somebody who, they could have easily gave her a guy, brought Jack back on, or, even tried out with Bill or somebody. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it sucks
I,
that they
I'm
couldn't
I,
give her anything.
I got my fingers crossed for that, for Taylor and Bill. I still want to see that. And what I like the difference between, in comparison to her and Hunter Tylo, it seemed like this Taylor was more relaxed. She was more quirky, more, it was a different side of Taylor that was refreshing. I really liked it. I was very invested into, her putting Brooke in her place, and being confident about it, not getting into her emotions. The only thing I hated was when she was getting, back, trying to get back with Rich, was like, ugh,
Mm-hmm.
Pinecone Poppy. But it's I don't know if it comes down to like the contract thing, where they don't really have a storyline for Taylor going forward. I don't know what the issue is.
I don't know, but honestly, I really wish that Liam will be, of course, like on the floor in the fetal position, devastated, and Bill's going to call Taylor, and Taylor's going to come and counsel Liam that he doesn't need to be with a woman to be happy, and then I want for it to come out that Taylor did not pew pew Bill, but that it actually was Liam and that she was covering for him the whole time, and then Bill fall in love with Taylor. There's your storyline. Go.
Yeah, that would have
I
been
could I
interesting.
could see that work, but Bill forgave her for the shooting though.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be great if she didn't actually do it in the first place and was covering for his son,
Very true.
who was also emotionally broken at the time?
Yeah,
That's
there's
a
a
good
reason to be
point.
emotional.
Yep, that's a good
Big time.
point. That's a good point. Okay. Hopefully they figure out something to bring her back into the fold or something. I mean, gosh, she had those few scenes where she came back, figure out the stuff with Thomas and Hope and Brooke, and boom, she was gone again. That was the first week of October. We're now going into November and we haven't seen her since, so I don't know.
Well,
They,
maybe the next video you post, put a little flag on there that says, like, bring back Taylor. Bring back.
Or like a milk carton. Like, where is
Yes, I was gonna say MIA Taylor. Oh my gosh, that's better
right,
than
put Taylor on a milk carton. Oh,
like
my missing person or something. It's like, come on, y'all can give her something.
yeah, I mean, even with what's going on with like Eric and Donna, she could be counseling Donna, because that could be emotionally draining, and something that would break a
for sure.
person. She should be definitely intervening with Hope and Thomas. I wish there was more scenes between with her and Hope, especially getting on Hope and really tapping into like pulling all of that out of Hope. So I would love to have seen that back and forth. Basically, I just give this woman something. She was nominated for an Emmy. What happened to the daytime Emmys? This woman,
Right.
I mean, clearly you guys love her work.
Yep.
Yep. They're asking when Bill was. We need more Bill on the show. He'll be back the week of November 6th.
It feels like we're losing a lot of characters.
Yeah, I want those in-depth stories. The ones that come and go really quickly. I get why they have to do that, but there's just so much time to invest in a character, you know?
Yeah, and then the thing is, especially when you know, and no shots to the girl that played Luna or Lee or Poppy, because we're gonna get more of that storyline coming up in November as the weeks go on. But they're already pushed into the credits, so obviously they're gonna be around for a little while. But you already had two good people in Taylor and Bill. Now, granted, like I said, they're gonna bring Bill back in. You got rid of Wyatt, or I don't know if Wyatt left or he got fired or he quit, or I don't know. He's just not there as far as I'm concerned. But it's like, bring some folks on like Taylor, who we would love to see. Like you say, who I think that was that you, Bree, or Trish, that said something about Taylor being able to counsel.
Yeah, Council Donna, Council
Mm-hmm.
Eric. That that's a very emotional thing to go through, and that's her skill set. And more importantly, where's Bridget? Where's Thorne? Where's Felicia? Where's Kristen?
Yes. Honestly, Brie, I would love for Bridget to come back, and I would love for Bridget to actually own up to the fact that her mother did the biggest betrayal. Like, they glossed over that so many years ago. It was just like, and I know what Bridget did with Jack and all that crap, but I'm just like, what? She skated past that. I mean, your mother stole your husband from you and created Hope, and Hope has been like the golden child. And literally, Bridget got run out of town.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love for Bridget to come back and to really blow some things up. And I know that none of this is Hope's fault, but could you imagine? Those would be some pretty powerful scenes between those two, and hopefully with the resolution of bringing them close. But there would be some really hurtful stuff that would happen. You know?
That actually, I would love a resolve to that because that was something that always bothered me with their
Mm-hmm.
relationship. Because I don't think I could forgive my mom for
Nope.
having kids with both of my ex-husbands.
Nope.
That's just me personally. May she rest
Mm-hmm.
in peace. But I just don't feel like it's not too far fetched for Bridget to say, I went to New York because I really had some time to think about the trauma that I went through as a child. And I realized that I couldn't trust you or try to be around you, except for the fact Bridget, we just saw Bridget recently when she caught Eric and Donna in bed with Quinn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel they could go that route. I just wish they went about this sooner. But as far as the stuff that's going on with Eric now, she's a whole doctor.
Yep.
That's her dad.
Yep.
I hope that there's phone calls. I hope there's like a reunion to come for like the holidays, especially since Thanksgiving's coming up. I would love to see like these other cast members, the rest of the Forrester family.
Especially with this so-called prognosis of him being gone in 6 months. I mean, bring all of them back, and of course, Ridge is supposed to find out next week about him and his illness. Then that's at that point, because he was trying to hide all of this, which is one reason why he got an outside doctor, because he didn't want nobody to know about it.
Yeah.
Um, and so with air, I mean, when it all come out next week, this is the opportunity to now bring Bridget in,
Which is,
or
which
even
I'm
Finn,
glad.
or even Finn. Finn is a doctor. Both of them.
Eric should have went to Lee. Lee has no problem keeping secrets.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
She right there at the hospital. She's like, yeah, yep, I can take this check. Yep, let's take your blood. And she would keep quiet. She'll keep quiet.
Girl, she too busy playing mean girl.
Yes.
What do you guys think of that? Because I don't
See,
know why
I
she's
know,
mad.
to me, every time, and I don't blame her because she got run off the road, her car blew up, she was like out of her, lost for days, that kind of thing. I get it. I get the animosity that you have. And do you have to frontal assault everybody you come in contact with?
Yeah, I mean, she going off on her niece and talking about, even
Her niece
our,
didn't do anything. I mean, that was horrible the way she treated her. What did that kid do ever?
yeah, that's your mama. That's your sister's issue. This is you and your
Bingo.
sister's issue. They ain't got nothing to do with her.
Unless she is the product of her mother's choices that hurt Lee, which is what I'm really thinking this boils down to. Because it has to be more than her sister running through the doctors at Lee's job. It has to be more than just that.
I
Unless
thought maybe Jack.
that's what I'm thinking. There's other than that, there should be no reason why Lee is upset.
Yeah, and
None.
But
that
if
doesn't make
Jack
any
did that
sense.
back then, why would Lee have stayed with him? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. She doesn't seem to me like the kind of woman that would have stuck around.
I mean, she already adopted and committed her life to being Finn's mom. So I guess maybe she wanted to keep her family intact. That would be my only thing
It's the
that I
only
would
way.
think
Yeah,
of.
that's the only reason. Yeah.
And then for her to find out that he had two kids on her. Yeah, that's a reason to be angry and be bitter. Granted, it's not Luna's fault, but I just wish there was. I need to know more and why we need to be invested as fans of the show.
Yes, same. Yes, it's the whole. That's the whole key, you guys. Is the amount of time that it takes to invest. And again, I get it. You need to have new characters, but maybe like sprinkle some stuff in where you have somebody say, take a phone call a couple of months ago. I told you not to call, build it up. Oh,
Hmm.
this is who she was talking about. This character came out of nowhere and we're just supposed to be smacked with it in the face.
Yeah, yeah, and he's already kissing on her and hugging her
Uh-huh.
and all this sort kind of stuff and keeping secrets with it. It's just it was rushed.
It was, and that's how I feel about so many storylines, is that when they could have had really embedded, deep character stories, they do this kind of stuff. And I don't know, it's just the investment.
I feel the same way about when they did Steffi's drug addiction storyline.
Oh, yes.
That was so incredibly quick, and I understand that was COVID times. The girl was pregnant. I get that, but I wish if they ever revisit that, they need to drag that out. Like I was hoping to see Steffi and please forgive me guys, but I was hoping to really see her break because I know that actress can really take it there, and she did a wonderful job. She got her Emmy that year, but I wish that was longer. These actors, you guys hire them. They can handle those types of storylines and really portray this something incredible on screen if we just give them the material. That's why I'm glad the writers are off strike because it's really affected a lot.
It has, yeah, a lot of missed opportunity.
Yeah, but she's with Luna particularly. I would like to be invested. She's an adorable girl, but it's just you're right. They forcing us to be invested, but we do not know why still.
Yeah.
Right. We need a backstory, just like we need more of a backstory with Claire Grace too.
Yes. And I mean, I give everybody a chance. People, I mean, I'm thrilled that this up and coming actor landed this amazing role. But again, come on, writers, give a runway. Give them a runway. Don't just have them jump off into the deep end.
Yeah, because that's the other little snippet that we missed on The Young and the Restless when she was fawning all over Nikki. And then when Nikki
You
left,
did
because,
get that. Yeah.
yeah, she put together a whole spa treatment and all this kind of stuff. Nikki walked up out of there and she's behind her desk. And when she get back to her room, she got all these pictures of the Newmans. Who is this woman?
Right.
Who is that woman?
I'm She's obviously related to the Newmans, or maybe she was involved with Noah, that she might just be.
Now, if they try to say that she is Sabrina's baby, Sabrina was only just barely pregnant and passed. There is no, what did you do? Pick up the woman who was DEA and or DOA and like bring her back to life like Frankenstein so she could be an incubator and then birth the baby and then take her off life support. Like what?
And then how would Victor have a child and not know about it?
Bingo.
And some people were saying that I heard somebody was like, "Oh, that could be Adam's sister."
I did not think about that. Did not see that coming. Okay, that's really smart.
I mean, if they went that route, I would be okay with that because
I wouldn't mind.
yeah, because he needs an ally. He going up against his own siblings. You know, I mean, from his dad's side. What if that's
well, Hope was blind. Maybe she didn't know she had two babies. Sharon was unconscious when she had
Cassie and Mariah?
Yes. Yep.
But Victor would be aware of that, though, wouldn't he?
He wasn't there, was he? Was he there? Remind me, you guys. I can't remember.
Let me see if they put it in there.
Because that would be awesome. I would be okay. Well, how old is Claire?
Whoever said that, that is a really great idea. But she does look a lot younger than Adam, though.
Yeah, and I would assume she would have had, she could have been like a cousin, maybe. But she was looking at the pictures of Victoria, Nick, and Victor, and Nikki, not necessarily Adam.
Yeah.
So it made me wonder if she had to be related to them somehow. Like, we've seen as many siblings as possible that Nikki has had, and she didn't realize she had. Where's Dylan?
Right.
But great storyline. I'm excited to see what's going to happen with her.
Yeah, I want to know what's up with her. They're moving that one slowly.
And I don't mind that they're moving it slowly because, again, there was no lead up to this either.
Yeah, except, I mean, I think they kind of waste time with that, with Nikki showing her around and telling her who's who at Diane and Jack's little reception thing. And I'm like, why are you bringing your work assistant to a wedding that you really don't even want to be with? You really don't want to be there.
That was very. In fact, if I had been the bride or whatever, I'd be like, Nikki, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing?
Melissa Spencer says that I saw a spoiler that Nikki killed Grace's parent in some kind of accident. A lot of people were saying that Nikki was the one that unalived, the unalived Delia. Remember, people were saying that instead of Adam.
Yeah, I still don't believe that because Adam found the piece of material in his car.
That's right.
Still, I do believe that was Adam.
It's like a piece of a red shirt or something.
Yeah, I mean, for a while, people were saying that there was Nikki and she was drunk.
Yeah,
you're right.
They were.
Tashina Thornton. If I'm pronouncing her name wrong, I apologize. It could be Dylan's daughter.
Really?
It could be Dylan's daughter. He could have a whole kid that we don't know about because once again he popped into the scene and we knew him to be all around Sharon and Chelsea at that time, and they were trying to give him his first child, but maybe she could have been his first child all along, and they're just introducing that, and that would explain why she wants to be so close underneath Nikki. That could be her grandma.
Yeah, that's another good idea.
That's another good idea. They just need to hurry up and let me know what's going on.
Even if we don't see the scenes yet, just tell us
I want to know what's up with this girl.
Right.
Because at first, last week we were saying maybe she's somehow connected to Tucker. But maybe it's more of a Newman thing than maybe being connected to him. So I don't know, but we'll have to see. Okay, going back to Bold. So we had this whole emotional week with him finding out, and a lot of the fans, and I also heard other content creators talk about this, is that he got the announcement that he was dying from the doctor, but we as the fans never heard what's wrong with him. There was no diagnosis, but we got a prognosis.
I don't think they want to lock into anything because then there would have to be a
Exactly.
realistic treatment for it, right? So whenever he lives, because he just signed that long contract, then what would they do?
Where did
Good
you see
point.
that at? Because they're saying
It's
that.
posted all over online. Is it a lie? Is it not true? Did he not?
No, it's a 3-year contract.
Okay.
Okay, well, I haven't. From what's been pulled up, they're saying that that article comes from 2011,
Oh, crud.
and that some foreign website was going around spreading that.
Ugh. Okay, rats.
So I'm not sure. You
See,
know.
this is why we come to you for accuracy. All that fake spoilers, all that fake news that's going around. This is why we come to you.
Yeah, because everybody saw that and was thinking like, "Oh, he's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere." But when you did do the digging and look at where the actual source and where it came from and what it was dated, that article was from 2011. So we'll have to see. I hope not. Maybe that's why they didn't give us a diagnosis, because maybe he was misdiagnosed. Girl, it's so many. Because there's no answers, there's folks thinking that he's been poisoned. There's people thinking that he's misdiagnosed. There's people think that he's actually is on his way out. There's people think that, oh, they just pull. So right now, and I guess they put this whole storyline at the right time because it's November sweeps. So if he have this big miraculous, oh my God, we misdiagnosed you. All we need to do is this, this, and this, and we got this new treatment, and now he's healthy again. It was some. They always do something wild for the sweeps months. So
Could it be where if they do give him his grand finale towards, I guess, towards the end of the year, and the actor decides to leave the character, and maybe he just like sits like in a producing role, maybe that could have been a part of his contract and stayed on, and is like he puts the character to rest but works behind the scenes. I thought actors did that too.
yeah, they do. I mean, it's possible they could. You know, the question is they've been radio silent about it. I mean, Wyatt just dropped his message on Instagram right out of the blue. Hey, you notice I wasn't in the credits. I'm out. So a lot of us, just like we didn't know Jackie was coming back until, or when she was, because we knew she was coming back, but the question was when. And so they dropped this stuff like right before it happened. So I guess the question is if they are going to, you know, decide to let him go or he retire. Because I don't think they will let him go. I think if anything, if they're going to end the character, they probably retire. Um, there would be something put out there because they know that the fans are wondering. You know what I mean? So.
And this is tugging on the heartstrings. This man is the face of the Bold and Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Between him and Ron Moss,
Mm-hmm.
that would be really hard to lose that character.
Yeah.
But the way they're writing it, it feels like we are about to lose, like he's about to leave. It would really suck that they would do that to the fans.
Oh, I will cry.
I mean, even the part about they showing him coughing up blood on screen and stuff like that,
It's a little triggering.
yeah, I can't. Mm-mm. I get through it because I have to do the content.
Right. But the reality of how that happens, we all know. We all know.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, and then the doctor's like, yeah, you got about 6 months. And it's like, oh my gosh. So, whatever it is, we going to get an answer.
Yeah.
whether or not this is not something big and was misdiagnosed and they fixed the problem. I mean, if you bring in Bridget, you bring in Lee and Finn, you got three doctors there. So y'all can figure out something. If they're not going to retire him.
Yeah.
So we just gotta wait and see. Because the information is going to come out to the rest of the family next week. I think Tuesday episode. Yep. So, yeah, yeah, yeah. It was definitely an emotional week. Donna was so upset. Katie overheard. He's telling them you can't tell nobody. Then he tells RJ.
How do you guys feel about him just telling everybody to keep this quiet?
That's a tough spot to put people in, especially whenever you have a family business. The whole family is there,
Mm-hmm.
and you're just supposed to suck it up because this guy wants to do stuff on his own terms. Well, what about me? Well, if I was Donna, what about me? The burden of that is so great. I'm glad she has Katie to talk to, but I just think that Eric is. I don't know what I would do if it was me. If I was Eric, I don't know. I'm babbling at this point, but the whole storyline is upsetting.
It's very upsetting, and it's just this is why Taylor would have fit right in to help with this. I feel like I understand where, from Eric's perspective, why he doesn't want people to know. He wants to put his best foot forward and have people remember him the best that he is, and I get that. But you told the woman in your life, and that's one thing, but you told your grandchild that what's about to happen, and you want him to keep that away from his own father.
Right.
I feel after he told RJ that, I wish RJ had went to his dad and told him. I forget the show. I feel like there's certain things, and like they kept saying, like, hey, there's a lot of things that's more important. We can put this off. We need to see what's going on with you. Otherwise, there's no point of having a show.
Mm-hmm.
But fast forward to Friday's episode. I don't know, it's just a bit much. I wish he just let the family know at this point.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree. Yeah, so. What did y'all think about Madame Van Versten, or what was her name? Meaning Marie Osmond.
Von Frankfurt.
Yes.
Frankfurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't mind her. I didn't mind her. I've seen her. I grew up seeing her, so I didn't mind seeing her. I remember at like one teeny tiny point in my life, I had a small crush on Donnie, but that was really. But I didn't mind her. And she's just one of the guests. I think they really didn't have too many guest actors come on the show this year, right?
Not really. I don't think so.
I think they had
Young
like
and the Restless had more than anybody.
Right. I think they had. I think B&B only had like Little Nas X, and they had James Corden, and now Marie Osmond.
And then the Corn Boy.
Yep, that's. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to that kid, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He loves his corn.
Yeah.
I mean, corn sales escalated that year. So.
You're so funny. But it was nice to have her on the crossover, everything, because November sweep started on what's today, 27, on Wednesday this past week, and it goes all the way through November 22nd. So they better make it good. I just don't want it to be, because like Jenna said in the comment section, that we kind of suffered through watching Stephanie. You know what I mean?
Oh God, that was gut wrenching.
Yeah, and then
I know exactly what you're talking about. That when she turned away and she cried. Oh my goodness.
that's kind of the same way that happened with Dina. On The Young
Yeah.
and the Restless too.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah. And you know, a lot of people say they try to watch the soaps because they want to get away from, you know, some of the other stuff that goes on in life, you know. And then when you have these types of storylines, it's one thing to bring awareness, but, you know.
well, I mean, it pulls, like, if you don't have your parents anymore and if you were in the room with them, like, it really pulls you right back into that moment, which is, it's all encompassing of every emotion, right?
Right.
It's, the loss, the relief for them, the hope for, you know, whatever's out there. It's all of that. Just so, it has so many emotions involved with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been one of the ones that said, I watch these shows for an escape. Life is very serious. I like the shoots where they go to beautiful, land and beaches and mountains and do the remote shoots. I love the show. I love the hair, the makeup, the fashion. It's a lot of fun. Some of the storylines are just a little harder than others.
Right. I agree. Yep. So we'll see how it all pan out, you know, and yeah, Jenna said, please don't let this drag out, you know. I just hope that it's a turnaround, you know, maybe there's
Right.
something that they, you know, misdiagnosed or, you know, whatever. You know what I mean? So
Maybe it's hopefully just like diverticulitis.
right, or something that, oh yeah, we thought it was this, but it's not as bad as
Like
we expect.
ginkgo biloba, and here we'll have this surgery and fix the diverticulitis, and your memory will be helped, and your hopefully spitting up blood won't happen, and hopefully you won't shake anymore because you were weak because you're spitting up blood. I mean, I don't know. I'm just making something up now.
Yeah, so alrighty. I'm trying to think as did we talk about everything this week? Because primarily it was about his health and the fashion show.
Yeah, quick little scene with Hope and Thomas
That
with
was
her.
it.
That dress she was in, that was that was perfect.
The dresses this whole week.
The whole dress, yes, that black dress that Eric was working on with the bow collar, the white bow collar, the fitted. Oh,
Oh, that was pretty.
that was exquisite. I would love to wear that dress.
And then there was that beautiful green dress
Mm-hmm.
that Ridge was working on, and then at the fashion show, that red dress.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think we got a better fashion event than what happened in Rome. Cause I think it
It,
was only two dresses in Rome that Hope and Brooke was wearing, and that was it.
that was a photo shoot catalog.
Yeah, yeah.
That
That
was
was
it.
actually.
But obviously, that whole thing in Rome brought us Thope, so I could say they, you know, I ain't too
I'll
upset
take
about
it.
it.
Right.
All right. I guess that's all for bold. So let's go ahead and move into our segments. Who's taking some seats, and we gonna flip some scripts. So, on The Young and the Restless, who you or what flip the script are you guys doing?
I will. I'm sorry. Um, I'll go first. I would say like when Kyle left the hotel room with Audra and he went to go see his family, he should have told everybody what Tucker and Audra were up to, and he said he'll be able to save their company as long as he is promised a CEO position.
Oh, he could have used that as leverage.
Yep.
Yep, that's good. That is good.
I like that. That's a good one. Um, I think for this week for Y&R, I kind of wish Nick hadn't told Victoria.
Mm.
Me too. I was so irritated by that.
Yeah, he
I wish
had to
he
run
would have.
over there right quick and be like, "Oh, guess what Dad did?"
I
Mm-hmm.
wish he would have just kept that to himself for a little longer and just kind of stewed on it. Only
Mm-hmm.
because he's too forgiving too fast. I mean, she literally threw his tail out of that company for the guy she was hopping between the sheets with.
Yep.
She deserves whatever's coming to her from Nick, but then he calls her and tells her everything. So I mean, yes, it was the right thing to do, of course, but would have been a great storyline if he wouldn't have told her. Because you know what they say
Yeah.
about payback.
Mm-hmm. It's one.
Yep, a big one.
A big one. Um, my flip the script for the Young and the Restless was we needed a little bit more Thomas and Hope type scene with Adam and Sally. Now, even though I made it extra creative on Instagram, on for Young and the Restless, we know what Adam can do. Okay, so they could have gave us a little bit more oomph in that bedroom with these two.
Open the spice rack, huh?
Open the spice rack. There's no way that Audra and Kyle should be able to outdo these two.
And they're a real life couple.
Thank you. There you go. Thanks for that added piece, Bree. You are absolutely correct. All right, what you got for
A beautiful
bold?
couple.
For bold, I'll do something different. I'll say when Luna was at the fashion show, I wish there was a scene where we see her like take down notes and maybe she would try to get ideas to start her own company on the side.
Mm. Okay.
Sally 2.0.
Or she passes them on to another fashion house.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Interesting.
Cool. What you got,
Okay.
Trish?
I mean, I think it's probably obvious. I want Eric to tell everyone, like I wanted him to, as soon as he found out from the doctor. I really just wish he would have just texted everybody and said family meeting right now at the house and told everyone, so that instead of having some ridiculous battle with your son, who you're supposed to be running a company with, not against, you could come together and do this and sell, I don't know. It just, to me, it's just the whole downer of it all. It's
Okay.
just a downer.
Cool. Now, my flip the script, I wouldn't mind seeing a little something between Esther and Charlie.
Oh,
Yeah, why not? She give her a little guy friend, especially if Pammy treating him like crap.
yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
We never really seen Esther with the love interest. It was nice to see her, get a little flirty and
Because she always picks murderers.
She says she always pick murderers.
She always picks criminals who endanger everyone she loves.
I mean, yeah, she sure does.
She
But
has some bad taste, man.
I mean, well, she got someone who can protect her. There we go. She's learned something.
She did. Yes, she did.
Yeah, and the thing is, it probably won't last because this is just a crossover. So it's
Right.
unless they move Esther over to the Bold and the Beautiful or move
Don't
Charlie
tell me
over.
she's gonna be going around the bold and beautiful offices with that duster every day.
I mean, and if they want that to work, they're gonna have to move somebody. Either Charlie go over there, which I don't see that happening because he worked. I mean, anything is possible, but
Well,
um,
and Donna and Pam are tight. Donna's not gonna let Esther share that desk.
girl, I don't think Esther would even be working there. She got
No.
part of Mrs. C's money.
Yeah, that's true. She did, didn't she?
Yes, she got a whole part of
Esther
an
got
estate.
rocks now.
What you say?
Esther got rocks.
I know, right?
Diamonds, emeralds, and such.
Yep. So, all right. Now, who's taking some seats? The Young and the Restless.
Ooh, Victor Newman.
Oh, okay. What you
How did
got,
he do?
Bree?
Um, I got Kyle taking a seat.
Yes.
Kyle
I,
taking a seat.
I used to have respect for him, but these Liam tendencies is just really bringing the character down.
Yep.
And I got Nicholas, Nikki, Adam, and Sharon for Adam. Nicholas, Nikki, Sharon, and Victoria for all the Adam bashing this week. It's like, go over there and sit down and shut up. I mean, all y'all do every day is Adam, Adam, Adam. That man take up so much space in their heads. So, yeah, I put them in a seat and say, I'm going to put y'all time out. Don't nobody say anything about Adam while I'm here.
I mean, he's been living rent free in all their heads for so long.
That's the crazy thing. While they were sitting up there going back and forth about Adam, even when Victor was talking about he's probably right now putting the plan together, smelling blood in the water. Shoot, Adam was upstairs getting his groove on. He wasn't
Right.
thinking about none of y'all.
In slow motion.
In slow motion. Girl, please.
Exactly.
The rest of his siblings and his dad was not part of his mind in that room with Sally.
No.
Like, sheesh. All right, and what y'all got for bold?
Eric needs to lay down. That's all.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Okay, girl.
Take a nap, regroup, get back up, and tell your family.
Okay, what you got, Bree?
I got Liam.
Oh, well.
Oh, Lord.
Even with this one appearance, it was so unnecessary for this man to make an appearance. Yes, we know you're thirsty to put on your cape and ready to save the day. We know that. Please go sit down somewhere.
Okay.
Exactly.
I'm going to give Lauren a seat, and probably because she was trying to block what Esther was trying to do with Charlie. She kept pulling her away, and it's like, let that girl have. She in L.A. She ran up on a dude that she's interested in. Let her have some conversation with her. Lauren, go on over there and take a seat, and let Esther get her Mac on. So
She's been lonely for a while now.
I know. And as soon as she get
Oh, I know
excited,
why she got that duster.
listen, girl. As soon as Esther get excited about something, here come Lauren pulling her and tugging her. Let that girl alone. She grown. Okay, so we got Jenna saying, I wish Adam wouldn't have told Nick about that drawing. I agree with that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually glad that he did.
Why?
Because otherwise it would have used that as like suspicion against Adam, or it's like he's plotting this, he planted this, he's making us think that their dad is going crazy. It would have been used against him.
That's true, because they use everything. They use breathing against
I was
him.
going to say he could breathe, and they, yeah.
Exactly.
God, y'all, we're thinking the same things.
You are right, Bree. They would have figured out a way to put that off on him. Um, Wait a minute. Okay, Jenna also said Katie would not have been eavesdropping at the door. Jenna says, I wish Eric would have called Finn and Lee to get a second opinion. Maybe we'll get that. I hope so.
We'll see.
Let's see. Nikki went to limited. Oh, Belinda said, take a seat. Sour faced Nikki and tattletale Nick. That's a funny one. Take a seat. Nikki, Nick, and Victoria, Kyle, and Audra too. Ooh, yeah. Kyle needs to take a seat for real. Um, Jenna says Sally should take a seat. Mary said Tucker, Kyle, Liam, Nick. Liam? Oh, she mixing them all up. Tucker, Kyle, Liam, Nick, Victoria, and Nate take a seat.
The whole CBS building.
Exactly. Sheesh. Um, Tanika says Esther was. Oh, okay, with Tiny Cray. Lauren. Yeah. What is this about? They're hoping that Lauren is actually Finn's mother, because I've been seeing that a lot. Have you guys been seeing that?
Yeah, I don't see how that could be possible.
Right. I think Sheila would know if she was pregnant, she gave birth to a child.
Well, go ahead.
And so would Lauren. I mean, he's not the same age as Scotty, so it can't be a twin. No. And she only had one other kid, and that's Finn. her Finn, F-E-N, Finn.
Mm-hmm.
So now she would, I mean, come on, she wasn't pregnant another time.
Yeah, I
Wait,
don't know.
but both Lauren and Sheila have a son named Finn. I did not
Well,
put
no,
that
because
together.
it's John Finnegan.
Yeah,
And
Oh yeah, another boy is Fenmore.
yep.
Fenmore Baldwin. Oh my
Wow, they're one
God,
and the
I didn't
same.
even think. Yeah, Finn and
right.
Finn. You are so right. Jay Money said you want to talk about cobwebs. Charlie about to knock the dust off of that gushy when he
I think they call, isn't it? There's something about a brass door, polishing a brass doorknob.
I guess.
Oh, she got the duster for it.
She got the duster for it, most definitely. And then Darby13 says Adam should stop giving Nick the benefit of the doubt because Nick won't give Adam the benefit of the doubt. I agree with that.
That's true.
I really truly agree with that. Okay. All right. You guys got anything else before we end the show?
No, this has been such fun this evening. Grateful to be back.
Yes, I'm happy that you're doing a lot better.
Thank you.
Yay.
Yes.
Hey,
And
what's everybody doing for Halloween?
Oh, I forgot about that.
girl, yeah, I haven't really thought about that, you
Do you
know?
pass out candy or anything?
No,
No.
no. The kids do a whole lot of different things nowadays. They like candy is like nothing. The kids want money now. I guess there's like or like maybe it's a Florida thing, but I guess people are handing out like a dollar bill instead of
Oh
candy
yeah, I'm
now.
not doing that. No.
So yeah, I won't be participating with that, but I'll participate in getting the costumes after Halloween.
Okay, cool. What are you gonna do with them?
Things.
Wait a minute. Wait.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Let
You
me
know,
further
listen.
put you on the spot,
You
Bree.
you know Jay you know Jay Money gonna have
I'm
something to
kid.
say.
I kid. I kid. I kid. But usually the costumes are pretty cheap. I been getting into, and this is another side thing. I've been getting into cosplay.
Cool.
Because I do like anime and video games, that sort of thing.
Very cool.
So that'd be probably the only reason I would go after and get it because the conventions are usually later on next year. So that'd be the only reason why. And plus, the candy is cheaper after Halloween.
It is cheaper after Halloween. Yeah, we live on a dead end, so we don't get too many kids. We used to, but now it's just maybe a few. Like there's a couple of families that have younger kids, and they'll come down and we'll have a pumpkin out and we'll give them some candy, but it won't be busy.
Okay. Um, did you read that comment, Bree?
What happened? This man, sir. Oh my goodness. You must think I'm the real Brooke for real.
Yeah, listen, he got other people in the like Delmonica. Like, are you? Oh man, maybe I don't know. He down there laughing. Y'all are too funny.
That is why I love the chat. I love the chat. Love you
Yes.
guys. And that's why I enjoy doing this every now and again when you guys let me on
Mhm.
and just laughing about this stuff. It's so much fun.
Yeah, and I appreciate you coming in and filling in from time to time. You know,
Mm-hmm.
when either Trish is out or Keisha's out. You know, so. Oh, by the way, are you on next week, Trish?
Next week, yes.
Okay, cool.
No. Wait, I'm not. I'm going to see David Sedaris. I forgot.
Oh, okay.
My friend Jan called and said, "Hey, my friend so and so backed out. Do you want to go?" And I said, "Yeah." So we're going to go to Vera Paredis for dinner, and then we're going to go see the show at the Wortham Theater. It's going to be fun.
Okay, there you go. Well, Bree,
Fun.
are you available next week?
I
I'm
got this.
sorry.
You're good. Whenever you guys need me, I'm got you. No problem. I will
Okay.
gladly trash my soap. Well, not trash. I lovely talk about my soaps.
Oh Lord.
I definitely miss it when I'm not with you guys.
Yeah, and Keish should be because I know Keish was out last week, and I know she got something going on this week, so she should be back next week. So Okie dokie. All right, you guys. So that is all. Stay tuned. The hot early spoilers are up. I did those videos already.
Check those out.
What'd you say?
I gotta go check those out.
Oh, okay, no problem, no problem. And then the Monday blog post for Young and the Restless is up already, and the full spoiler videos will be out there over the weekend. I usually like to attach the promo to those. Lately, they used to post the promos around 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, but lately they've been kind of through periodically at different times on Sunday. So hopefully they'll be back on their regularly scheduled time. But like this past weekend, they post them like 2 in the afternoon or something. So, and I'll usually out running errands or doing something on Sunday afternoon. So I kind of came back home. I'm like, oh, I guess I'll talk about this one as a separate video. So, but stay tuned for all of those, the recaps, any cast updates, and all of that. So until next week, we will talk to you then. Bye.
Bye, guys.